How's it going? My name is Garrett, aka Slimefest, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable 2. Because this is apparently the second game. So, last time I died, then I died again, then I died a third time. Did I die a fourth time? I'm not sure, but then I then stumbled across this whole exhibit called the Stanley Parable 2, and all I've really done is just heard my name in the game, or at least a button that says my name in the game, or went to or just got a trophy that doesn't actually exist. So, yeah, I think my plan for this time is to shoot for getting whatever this ending is, as well as the final ending of the game. I'm hoping to actually finish this, because this is meant to be a shorter game, and yeah, I don't intend to take too much time on it, so I think if all goes well, I should actually be able to see a true ending. But, yeah, there's still a lot of stuff to look around. I mean, seriously, there's way too much to see in this ending. I want to see what this bucket is, though. The reassurance bucket. I'm just going to go through each of these exhibits and just see what they all have to say.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it.
Isn't that the point of it?
I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
Okay.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on.
Can I have it? Ooh, okay. How do I hold the bucket?
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
This bucket is making me feel pretty good.
I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well.
Thank you.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
It's a bucket that makes me sexy.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
This is a pretty cool bucket.
Await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
This is a very cool bucket. I much appreciate it. Can I leave with the bucket? Or, wait, am I just gonna hold the bucket from now on? Yeah, I am.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Infinite hole. Why does it look like the bucket is caked in blood? Oh, no, that's just the reflection of the red everywhere. The button that says the name of the player that's playing the game. Oh. Consistent quality with just the right amount of change. Red is the new orange. A whole new office. The baby is all grown up. Oh my god, you have to stop him from bankruptcy? Okay, what else you got? Collectibles. Can you find them? I don't know, can't... Okay, before I go into the light, how about I try looking at the other stuff? Like, I think there's something over here that I can see.
Oh, goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the collectibles exhibit. You see, there is a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the collectibles. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the collectibles, okay? All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can I go see the infinite hole first? No. Is it literally just an infinite hole?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on get well someday and happy 12th birthday. Which would you go with?
This one looks more bland, so,
You know,
I'll go with
sometimes
that.
when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
What? I mean, I was partly thinking of going with this one because, you know, it's cool colors, but this one just looks more bland. Okay.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
So, what is down here? This
Stanley,
is...
here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's
This
never
is a
been
hole.
done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling.
Really?
You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A
Sounds
stunning
fun.
leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful?
I'm
One
just
of my
falling.
more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Press that to return to the surface.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Oh my god, how deep is this? I mean, I know it's infinite, but like, I don't think I fully understand what infinite is.
I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
You what?
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole.
Okay, well, at least I have a
I don't
bucket.
want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishing.
Nothing can happen if I'm holding this bucket, right?
Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Oh, ow.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat.
There's
and you're
just
so
stuff
clever.
down here.
Look,
New mug.
I think the issue here
Meeting
is
at
just
2
that
p.m.
you're unusually fascinated by
Just random
falling.
stuff down here.
What normal
Look at how high this...
wants to fall?
Look at how deep this hole is.
I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Every pause button is Roman numeral 2.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
You got it.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
The mostly infinite hole. He changed all the signs for it. Okay, I'll go do... Well, is there more to check out in this ending? There's like a lot going on here. Yeah, there's the collectibles. You really want me to check out the collectibles. Oh, I can go up here. Okay, what is up here? There's something in here? It just says that's new. Oh, this is just... epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes.
It would.
Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
I think an epilogue would be pretty good. You know, actually giving an end to the game that never ends, you know? The game that just loops around over and over again. Settings world champion. That's like some Peter Griffin meme maker speedrun kind of stuff. Okay. Well, now I'll go check out your collectibles. Do I get to keep the bucket? I really hope I do, because I like the bucket. It makes me feel good.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's
Is that
truly innovative
God?
is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them,
What is
and then you move the hell on with your
happening in this
unremarkable life.
room? Dude, is this God? Look at this. Oh my, look at all the statues of people all reaching out for this one little figure. It looks like an amiibo. But look, this got weirdly biblical all of a sudden. Okay, do I just pick it up? 1 out of 6. Can you find them all?
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Well, I think I'm done here. And it's actually really funny that they say that, because the way I'm going to get the true ending of the game is by actually collecting everything. There are 5 more Stanley figures hidden around the office, and now I have to go and find them. Thankfully, I don't want to spend all my time running around, so I just looked it up. Look, I don't have all day. I want to get this done quickly so I don't have to cut it down like I did with Five Nights at Freddy's.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
It's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a game in there somewhere.
Dude, you totally stepped up with your game development.
Experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready?
I think I am.
I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Woohoo!
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of...
It's a game!
Okay, never mind.
This is a new game!
Let me do a different arrangement. Okay,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Yes, this is much
Let's
better.
see what you have this time.
Here we go. Version 2.
Stanley Parable 3. Oh.
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
That is worse.
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags.
Yeah,
but they
this
don't
isn't
add up to anything.
This isn't very...
I wanted more than anything
Like-
to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter
think
how
fans
good
will
these
love
gags
it.
are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work?
Isn't that literally what
But it
this
would need
game
a really
is?
tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2."
This is literally what the
if I can
Stanley
whip
Parable
something up.
Ultra Deluxe is.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh. Okay, this looks like Outlast. Well, let's begin the game. Am I just playing the Stanley Parable 2 now?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I wonder if this is gonna change.
Stanley worked for a
Oh
company
yeah,
in
it
a big
changed.
building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
Okay.
He sat at his desk in room
How much
427.
is this gonna change? Is it gonna be like suddenly Godzilla
Orders
crashed
came
through the
to him
ceiling?
through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Escape, I,
This is what
spaceport, and
employee
J.
427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change
So wait, am I just
Something he
playing
would
the
never
Stanley
quite forget.
Parable 2?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
I'm literally just
No one
playing
had
the
showed up
Stanley
to give him
Parable 2 now.
instructions, call a meeting, or even
And
say
the office is just
hi.
filled with balloons.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. something was very clearly wrong.
Okay.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time.
Move.
But as he came to his wits
No,
and
never mind.
regained
I
his
can't move.
senses, he got up from his
I've just
desk
gone right back
and
to the
stepped
beginning.
out of his office.
Wait, I'm just right back at the beginning, but now there's just changes.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
It's just-
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
There's
had
just
simply
these
missed a
balloons
memo.
every. Bucket!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Hell yeah! I now have a bucket with me. It's a reassuring bucket, so whatever. So is this just gonna be literally the base game?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply...
So now there's just alternate dialogue due to the bucket just
And
being
here
here.
it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to him. No, never
the
mind.
hell?
The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
You know what? Sure,
And
I'll
so
try
the
doing
two
a
of them
run.
detoured through the maintenance section.
I'll do a bucket run.
Straight ahead to the opposite door.
I want to see how it changes now that I have the bucket.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed
There's
the bucket's
also-
warmth and comfort now more than
There's
ever.
no balloons in here now
Perhaps
either.
his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
The bucket's just here now? Oh, I can still go into here. Okay. I wonder how the oh.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
There's a
You can't
reward
buy
for
that sort
collecting all of
happiness,
them.
Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Huh, okay. Let's see what the bucket thinks of the main office. See?
Stepping into his manager's
This place is
office,
awesome.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any
Okay,
human
let me
life.
just click.
Crushed by the weight of this
Click.
revelation, Stanley
Click.
may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even
This
now,
bucket
in his darkest
is
of hours,
therapeutic.
with the bucket's warmth and guiding light.
I love this
the
bucket,
dark
man.
cloud
It's the
of
therapy
confusion and
bucket.
chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer
We're gonna make it out.
Was it that the bucket knew all along?
We're gonna make it out.
Was the bucket?
Me and the bucket, we're gonna be free.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh.
Another miniature Stanley figurine.
I'm just finding these.
This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
Mini
Stanley
stands?
things. What about Stanlerines?
I like
Yes,
mini stands.
I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
A Stanlerine. Okay. And those things are bright. They really stick out in the environment. It's kind of hard to miss them. Okay, click. Well, down I go.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards
Me and the
an
bucket
unknown fate.
going to free ourselves from
It
mind
would be
control.
all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of
So wait, now is there
he
just
would be
entirely
right.
different dialogue
The
throughout
bucket
the
is here,
entire game?
Stanley. Everything will
Because
be
the
fine.
bucket is here? Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
All right, Mr. Bucket. Let's see how you think about the about this.
The lights
You know,
rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
this is
What
nuts.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
The bucket's just a whole protagonist at this point. This is really funny. I don't know why. I like this bucket. It's nice to have somebody other than just the narrator with me.
the monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped.
He nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very
Oh my God!
burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Dude, the reassurance bucket is going to need a reassurance bucket. We both need reassurance buckets. You know, I think everyone could use a bucket in their lives. You know, just something. I don't know, just something that just makes them feel all good and warm inside. And just something that tells them that everything's gonna be okay. I feel like everyone could use a bucket in their lives, you know?
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
I hope
Had
not.
the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions.
Now Stanley's like existential crisis is just being transferred entirely to the bucket.
No! He screamed into the bucket.
Into the bucket?
His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world.
Oh my God.
At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
I love this bucket. This bucket has been with me through the hardest times.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with
Okay, let's just turn this place off and leave. I'm going to escape with the bucket.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that
so I could just press on
would never again
and trigger the countdown ending, but since I don't want to blow up the bucket in a nuclear
would dismantle the controls
explosion.
Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
I guess you can say that it really kicked the bucket. That was awful.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes! They had done
Woohoo!
it! Stanley
Me and the bucket! We made it!
Greatest and darkest enemy freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door.
I want to live
The
a fun
bucket
life.
wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth.
Oh,
Both
okay.
of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
You guys have
It
some
was
weird
a simple
life
they
aspirations.
envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to...
Huh?
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was
That's
Stanley
not-
and the bucket not about to be free?
That's not supposed to happen.
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
Hey!
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, will go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
Just throw it through the crack!
Stanley can't leave this place, not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms, not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room, but at least he has the bucket.
I do have the
To be
bucket.
trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I?
My bucket
Stanley
is
thought.
just right here.
Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I guess the bucket won't let me leave then. Okay. Let me start shooting for the true ending now. So, let's see what it says. It says the 5 figurines are located in the following areas: a hidden path in the cargo room, across the elevator down to the mind control facility, an open closet near the red and blue doors, behind the stairs leading to the insanity ending, and in the boss's private bathroom. Well, I already got the elevator and the boss's bathroom, so I just have to go to the cargo room and the insanity ending now. So I gotta go to the insanity ending, which is actually the first ending that I was... Oh. Trust the completionist instinct. There will be a reward for finding all of them. Small floating objects have appeared across the office. How can you tell when you've spotted one? What makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? Oh, maybe we are the collectibles. Shut the fuck up. Follow clues provided by employee 416. Fig leaves are hard to find. Thank you. Good luck. Nearby a fireplace, a private but smelly place for an important person, somewhere both red and blue. Stairs. I'm gonna do with stairs. And a large room with lots of boxes. Oh! Okay, so yeah, that's... Wow, they just straight up give you the locations of all of them. Stop kidding yourselves, I want them so much. I want to go home. There will be cleaning of this wall required. Warehouse access plan. Produce one plank to allow ease of access past fence. Construct bridge to allow collection of shiny float. Retrieve Chris's remains from warehouse floor. Construct new structurally sound bridge? Holy shit, what happened? Okay. Well, stairs. Down here,
Coming
stairs.
to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Right here.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness
I think
that you get
Figlies.
from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
I think I like Figlies. I think Figlies is a good thing. Anyways, let me try seeing what happens if I go insane with the bucket in hand.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe...
It's been so long since I've seen this ending.
He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all.
Am I crazy? He asked the
Usually
bucket.
the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's
It's
when
not the
Stanley
reassurance
realized
bucket.
This isn't
It's just the
It's
bucket.
just a normal, everyday bucket.
Oh my god!
This is bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all.
This isn't the bucket!
Surely no good would come from this.
That's an
All
imposter!
sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
What is happening?
Now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground.
Now this is all just the same.
He exclaimed.
I
Without
see.
my bucket, I've gone truly mad.
Never mind, it's
Where
not
is
the
it?
same.
I must find it. Far off in the distance.
Where is my
now he
bucket?
heard calling to him.
Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Where are you? Oh
The
no!
room passing by one.
Oh, there's so many
None of
buckets!
them were his. None of them were his special.
Which
bucket.
one is my...
Me, Stanley, find
Oh my god!
He had to find
going
the bucket.
nuts!
He had to return to his old friend.
Where is
it was
the
only way to
bucket?
truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along.
Oh my god.
Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Oh wait, what? Oh, I was just gonna restart it because I've seen this, but wait, now it actually just says the sequel is now Paul. Wait, so I'm just now playing the Stanley Parable 2? Oh, that's really cool. Okay.
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Let's go after the
Perhaps
next
he had
thing.
simply missed a
I
moment.
have to go to the
confusion
cargo
and the
room.
Chaos,
No,
said the bucket.
What?
don't
what?
go to the
What?
meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Wait. What the fuck? Also, yeah, this is the hidden path that I'm trying to find, but what the fuck? What was that? Dude, my bucket sounds like Emperor Palpatine. Okay, anyhow, I just gotta jump down here. Oh. Okay, so I go through here. And then...
You're getting
collectible!
close, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one. And then the first number will equal the second number. And that will... We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now, we... You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Oh. That sounds like it's gonna be something really bad. Anyhow, wee-hee! Oh! Where the hell did this just land me? Man, I'm happy I have this bucket, but like, where am I? It's just cassette tapes. A lot of them. Narrator dialogue? Wait, all of these are narrator dialogue. Oh, I think I might have found something I wasn't supposed to. Oh my, are all of these boxes filled with dialogue from the narrator? Oh, wow. Let's just, narrator sound system. What did that do?
Okay, this is day number 295.
What?
Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track.
Huh?
Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time.
Is he just losing his
I pick
mind
it up.
about the bucket?
No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling.
Can somebody put like the Five Nights at Freddy's 6 ending music over
When
this?
I set it down, it doesn't make sense.
Dude, I think you might be
There's
dealing with
no
some mental problems.
explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why
Evidence
I
252.
see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure?
Cherish it?
I can monetize it.
Oh.
It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay
Oh.
for even just an hour with the
Oh,
bucket.
this got bad.
Ticket.
This got really bad.
Careful, because as soon as this gets out,
This got really, really evil all of a sudden.
Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get. What's that?
Whoa.
Who's there?
What is happening? Was that a xenomorph? Oh. Do I still have the bucket, right? I need the bucket. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? A guy just got killed by a damn alien.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Okay, let me just scoop up this bucket once more.
Spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his...
Okay.
This was not the correct way.
Let's head over to the red and blue room.
No, stop.
Huh?
Look there on the wall. You see? There's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past
Oh.
this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless... What if the problem is that you
I
actually
forgot.
don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
I forgot about the
I
sign.
suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point.
Yeah, that
Which,
probably would.
If that's true...
Can I just, like, set this down somewhere?
I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly.
Okay.
So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please,
Huh?
step in here for a moment.
Oh! Sure? Is this
Now
a
then,
bucket?
I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Okay.
Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Okay. Is this a game show?
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
That is a bucket, yes.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not
What?
an actual bucket.
How was I supposed to know that? It's a hologram of a
Item
bucket.
2. Is this a bucket?
No, it's a hologram.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual
Okay.
bucket.
Well, I wasn't too far off. Is that a
Item
bucket?
3. Is this a bucket?
Is that a bucket? I'm tempted to believe it's a bucket, but it just rubs me the wrong way.
Incorrect.
What?
This is a bucket.
The,
Item
Oh.
4. Is this a bucket?
that is a tractor.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a you're starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you.
Do
Thank
I
you for
even
not
know
making me
what a
look like
bucket
me.
is and what
Okay,
isn't a
next.
bucket? I'm starting to get really confused in my own perception.
Is this a bucket?
That's another tractor. But something tells me that you're gonna be like, it's a tractor made out of the recycled material of a bucket.
Correct. This is
You
a bucket.
Are you fucking serious? I was right?
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
It is not a bucket.
Trick question.
Huh?
Both. Gotcha.
How? How?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one.
What is
Let me
hap-
see. It should be around here.
What is
somewhere.
going on? Oh, I can still answer. This is not a bucket.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. But
Nothing
when I
isn't a
say
bucket.
Nothing isn't a bucket. That makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true.
Oh.
Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
No, not at all. That was something that you just came up with on your own.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out.
Yeah, same here. I'm
I've
lost.
all sense of perspective. What is
Yeah.
a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence, and yet now I'm somewhat adrift.
I'm
Do any of us know what a bucket
little-
is? Am I a bucket?
I'm a little lost.
Stanley,
you-
I can't keep doing this.
Are you a bucket?
I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket
are not
is
a
threatening
bucket.
to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my god, I can't say
I'm
that he's
going
not
to
a
erase
bucket.
all buckets from the game entirely.
Is it? Because you're a bucket. You're a bucket. You can't get rid of it. Hey, wait.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my god, I had no idea. How could
We are all
Except
buckets.
I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
Great.
Yes, I actually feel much more at ease.
I'm sitting in the void,
Still
though. Could
delightful
you
to
help me out a little?
But it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game.
Bring back
So,
the buckets.
Tell you what? I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
Okay, good.
And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right.
I don't know.
Here we go.
Well, man, I've been running around this place for a few hours, and I gotta say, everything is a bucket.
Workers were gone.
That is
What could
quite
it
a plot
mean?
twist.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had.
Anyhow, I'm not going to grab the bucket this time because I need to get to the red and blue doors.
Let me prove that I'm on your side.
So this sign, no buckets past this point, that sign is bullshit. Because everything past this point is a bucket.
Now listen carefully.
In fact, even the sign is a bucket.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Actually, no, I went to this closet and got
And
this.
there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment.
Woohoo!
This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
That does
I
feel
would
good.
tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, we're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Okay, maybe the meeting room is gonna say something about this. Let me just hop on over to there real quick. Narrator? Oh, this...
Stanley, I'm sorry, but
This
I have
isn't
to put
right.
a pause on things. It's those figurines, those figlers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one.
Oh my god,
Wasn't
there's,
it just
there's a
the most
cursor on the
incredibly fulfilling
screenshot.
moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the
this is-
brim with inner richness?
This isn't right.
Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling
Where-
a story.
where is
But
this?
won't you please indulge me with one more
Oh.
trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Oh, we're going to the memory zone again. Okay. Well, whatever. Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. Ah, yes. The fond, nostalgic memories of the last 15 minutes of my life. Oh. No, this is the same as last time. Except now there's this, so... Well, instead of going through there, I guess we're gonna go under.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Shit. Do you need to get so dark about it? How about I just collect it again to make you feel better? Wait, now I'm at 7 out of 6? Okay. And next up is the boss's bathroom.
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom.
good to know this room
You did
actually
that,
had
Stanley. I'll be honest.
some-
Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you
This room
continued
actually
to
had some
surprise me in all
significance,
sorts of mundane,
after all, so that's
unremarkable
surprising.
Ways.
Okay. I got 8 out of 6. Boss's office.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand?
Right
Can
here.
you remember?
It was over here. When I go through here, this is when I found the mini stand.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here, behind the boss's office.
Boop.
It was the third one. You picked it up.
I now have
and then
9
after
out of
that,
6.
You had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory.
They just
You
happened.
shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
Is that true?
Let's see, what came next?
Oh. Oh, I've never...
Yes, we found a Figley in this pink room.
No, we didn't.
Well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room.
Yeah,
but
this
it's
isn't
here
right.
in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
What? What is this place? Is this the development museum that I saw in the ending where I get crushed? Oh, okay. Oh, next up is the cargo room.
This was the 5th mini-stand, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact,
this
because
just
this
happened.
one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion.
A video?
Enjoy.
This was made in like what is it? Like what was the thing? Like Final Cut Pro or something like that? Oh my god! Wait, that's so weird! No, that's unregistered hypercam, that's it. Dude, did you make this on your own?
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video.
Oh!
8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Oh, wow. I just got fully slapped with that memory. When, I forgot what the song is called. In fact, I don't think anybody knows what the song is called. When instead of commentary, would, say, hey guys, today I'm gonna show you how to get infinite lives in New Super Mario Bros. For the DS. And they're going to do it by typing it out on a notepad on the desktop with the little unregistered hypercam in the top left. Holy smokes, man! That was a bit of a nostalgia trip. I wasn't expecting that. That was kind of nuts. Anyways, where'd I find the 6th one? Ah, yes, over here.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and
Does this change?
This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind.
Well, yeah, it just
Perhaps
happens.
because it was the one that happened more recently than
Does
all
this
the
change
others.
based on the order you
Who
collect
can
them?
truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines.
I now have 12
which
out
it
of 6.
was exactly like.
Huh? I now have 12 out of 6 figurines. So, now what do I do with this? Oh, now I'm in the present.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
What?
No,
Wait,
no,
no,
I'm not done. I'm not ready.
Wait,
to
I was
move
about
on.
to say, I'm
Stop
like-
the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here and enjoy these figurines?
I was about to say, I'm like, why are we just...
We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction.
wait, what?
See how that feels.
I don't think it'll feel any different. It's not gonna feel any different if you just try to go back and revisit all your memories.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this.
Okay, now I have
must say,
13 out of
all the
16.
figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind.
It's not-
Let's keep going. I want more.
But it's not the same. You don't feel the same if you try to go back and just relive these happy memories. I mean, look, you're just...
And here's where I made that video.
Yeah,
Don't you remember
that
the
video
we
that I just
watched?
watched? Oh my god!
Yes, I love that video.
But this doesn't feel the same. This doesn't feel as nice as the first time. It just feels like you're just now forcing me to relive all of this stuff just because you're too scared to move on. And you're too scared to go into the future, even though that's the only way we can go.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley.
Yeah,
Still
I don't
no
remember
memory
this.
of this one.
Pop.
Good room, though. A solid room.
I now have 15 out of 6 Stanulurines. Yep,
These
I
really were a
found
treat
this.
to hunt down. You know, if there
Pop.
had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation.
Dude,
Next one.
are you aware that you're making the reward? This is a special ending that you get for collecting all the figurines, and the whole time you're just talking about how we haven't found them. And how there's no
This is our
reward.
second fig leaf.
Yup.
Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too.
Can I
the
leave?
The past is truly a
Huh?
wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
This wasn't here. Oh, and then just go back
This
to...
is it. The very
Go back to
first
this
one we
biblical
found
thing.
in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines.
Pop.
Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Oh, there's the exit. Can I just leave? Dude, we gotta move on. We can't just go back and forth. I don't have all day, okay? Wait, am I back in... Oh, I'm back in here. Back in the jump circle. You
Look,
know?
it's the terrible new
The new content.
that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
Ooh, I feel like this is starting to drive a bit of a message. I don't know how, but I feel like it's really starting to drive a message home.
Oh, yes. The two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A
Yeah, I remember
classic
that.
memory, this one.
Well, it's all I did. I just went through these 2 doors over and over again. And every time I reset, I would just come back to these 2 doors. And I guess last but not least, here's the office where it all began.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
There was nothing.
There's something I feel I can remember.
If you count me downloading the game...
Yes, I'm remembering
Huh?
something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was
What?
passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion.
Wait, was
Even
I
if
the
he was a
narrator all
fiction.
along or something like that?
I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again.
What is
I
happening?
can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of
We're just
myself.
going all the way
I
back
don't
to
need
the
Stanley anymore.
beginning.
Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? In the memory zone, how about one more good
Oh.
memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good.
Wait,
I did
really?
enjoy telling his story so very much.
Oh,
Okay, here we go.
I
This is the story of a man named
I enjoyed
Stanley.
it too, honestly. Wow. So this is really going to be the last time I go through here? Ugh. Shit. Yeah, I think I'm starting to realize what, I think maybe what that message was kind of driving home is just like... I don't know. I think I heard from somebody, or more so a psychiatrist. Not my psychiatrist. There's no way to make that sound good, isn't there? But anyways, a psychiatrist that belongs to somebody who is not me said that right when things are about to end, you look back on them with rose-colored glasses. In fact, even if somebody is about to go through a very horrible divorce, they actually get emotional when they sign the papers, because it's just coming to an end. And when that end comes, you don't try to look at all of the things you were upset about, and you don't try to look at anything that you maybe had difficulty with. You just look at all of the great stuff and you just think, man, I just want to have all that great stuff again. I want to feel good and I want to feel happy like I was in those memories. But that can't happen because those are just memories. Going back and trying to force yourself to relive through these memories, these happy memories, it's just not gonna feel the same. It's just gonna feel like you're forcing yourself into feeling some kind of emotion. And you don't really know what that emotion is, but it's sadness. You know, it's sadness that this stuff is actually ending and you're upset that this isn't going to be your life anymore. But alas, all you can do is just kind of sit and let yourself feel that feeling. And then eventually, you're able to kind of accept that the end has come. And you're able to move on forward with the future.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'll do the true ending this time. I'll just
When
take
Stanley
one
came to
more
a set
run
of
through
two
the
open
office.
doors, he entered the door on his
And you know
left.
what? Since this is my last run, I'll do everything the narrator says and I'll leave it off on good terms.
Yet there was not a single person
You know?
here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
I feel like this is gonna be kind of a
Stanley
long-
decided to go
kind of
up
a
to
long
his boss's
episode.
office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs.
This
to his
episode's gonna be
boss's
at least
office.
an hour. This is a pretty long play session. Huh?
Here's the door. Just go.
Yep, let's go free myself from this place and then I'll be retired for good. I'll be truly free of the Stanley parable. I go through here and I find the mind control facility.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, so then I go into here and then
The lights
Lights!
rose on an enormous room packed with television
Whoa!
screens. What
are all
horrible
these
secret did this place
televisions?
hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Alright, let me go through here then. And now I go over to here and there's a second button. And I press it.
Now the monitors jumped.
Whoa!
Their true nature revealed.
Plot twist!
Each bore the number of an employee.
Mind control!
Stanley's co-workers.
Woo!
The live individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
And now I go over to here.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really
I hope the
been under
narrator's
someone's
having fun.
control all this time? Was
You know,
this the
I
only
thought it'd
reason
be-
he was happy with his
I thought it'd be nice for
that
things
his
to just go
emotions
well.
had been manipulated
No
to
frustration,
accept it blindly.
no death, just a good happy ending for the last run, you know?
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Okay,
Here was the proof.
let's
The
go
heart
shut
of
this
the
place
operation.
down and get out of this
Controls
game.
labeled with emotions.
Finally.
Happy or sad or content. Walk, eating, working. All of
After
it
all
monitored
this
and
time,
commanded
after
from
all
this
of these
place.
runs, after all of this
And
death
as the
and
cold
just
reality of his past
random
began to
time
sink in,
loop
Stanley
shenanigans.
decided that this machinery would never again exert its
After all
terrible
those
power
times that I've
over
heard
another human life.
The end
For
is
he
never.
would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Every single time I've heard the phrase, the end is never, the end is never, there's always something different. There's never a true end to the game. But now, the end is now.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet,
We made it.
even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine?
We know what happened.
What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
There are no
But as
co-workers.
sunlight streamed
There is
into
no
the
strange
chamber,
building,
he
there
realized
is no
none of this mattered to
mind
him.
control
For
machine.
it
This
was
is all
not
just
knowledge or even power
a
that
game
he had
made
been
by the
seeking.
narrator, or by imagination.
Happiness. Perhaps his goal
Honestly,
had not been to understand,
Yeah.
but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do.
We don't know what the Stanley parable is.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Maybe this whole time I
That
was
all
trying to
he
go...
needed to know.
I was trying to go through the
It
game
was
with the
perhaps
intention of
the only
making a
thing worth
plot
knowing.
and making something
Stanley
coherent.
stepped through the open door.
You know, maybe the whole time I was trying to make something coherent out of this game. Just try to make some kind of really fun playthrough like all the other games that I've played where there's characters, action, drama, emotion. But that's not what this game is. This game is just a game. That's all it is, really. It's just a game that's just meant to be played and just enjoyed, and there's nothing more of it. There's no questions to be had. Because all of the questions just don't have answers, and that's kind of how they're supposed to be. This isn't supposed to be anything super significant. It's just kind
Stanley
of
felt the
something
cool
to
breeze
experience.
upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Huh? Wait, why am I back here? No. Narrator.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Narrator,
mean?
you said I had to go through one
Stanley
more
decided
time.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
You
missed
said
someone.
one more time. Narrator. Hello, why am I still here? You said one more time. Why am I back here? Oh my, I'm Googling this. Forget this. Okay, so what this says that I'm supposed to close the game and open it. It says I'm supposed to close it and then reopen it. And then that will cause a true ending. It will allow me to select the true ending. So if I load it up a fourth time, then apparently that's how it works. Oh, you set the time to 12. So after my big speech about how impressed I was that you weren't just inputting 12, you go and do it anyways, I don't know how to feel about this. Or maybe, is it actually your favorite time of day? Do you just truly love 12 o'clock? Because if you do, well, let's just say I spent a lot of time being mad at the people who set the time to 12 o'clock. Have I been unfairly vilifying them for the love of 12 o'clock? Perhaps I have. Let's settle this with a slider. How unfair is it to dislike people whose favorite time is 12 o'clock? I'd say it's pretty unfair. You know, I could just say regardless of whether or not it's actually midnight right now, I'm actually having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you, and I like how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish you had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. So yeah, let me whip a couple of new ones up. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Oh my god. So now I just have to boot up the game a third time! Awesome! Please adjust the slider. Viewer is barely visible. Please adjust the slider until the dog and cat are friends. Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes the number 9. Got him. Well, there's 9. These sliders don't mean anything. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Which of these two made-up words is the appealing to you? Acuboinkle or Scrumtush? I like Scrumtush. Sounds like a Pokemon. Please don't adjust the slider. You know what time it is right now? Yes, I do. Yes? I hope it is. What is time anyways? Yes. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? A lot, actually. Oh. That's not good. Will you come back to visit me? I don't know if I can make any promises, man. So, now what do I do? Okay, let me just try closing the game again. Woohoo! This is gonna be such a long episode! What time is it? Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, this clock doesn't do anything in the game anyways. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. Ah, there it is. The epilogue. After all this time. I mean, the Stanley Parable 2 has an epilogue, and considering that I'm now playing the Stanley Parable 2, this is the epilogue. Oh! Oh, I'm back in this ending. Right, this was this was quite a weird place to be. Do I just walk around? What? Oh. I'm just at the end of time. Although this bonfire is really nice. So I will say that. What happens if I just try to leave? Where am I being taken? What is the thematic resolution to this game? If there even is any. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm just gonna, like, face down so that way there's no sand going in my eyes. Actually, what am I saying? This just looks pretty! I don't have to worry about sand going in my eyes, because these aren't my eyes. They're the game's character's eyes. They're Stanley's eyes. As in, sandproof Stanley's eyes. Wow, this is really pretty. I was not expecting that. It's a full moon. Just endless desert as far as the eye can see. Oh, that's even prettier. I want to go towards it. Oh. Oh, it's the memory hub. Wow, this place got ravaged. What happened to it? Well, actually, I guess I know exactly what happened to it. Just erosion, the disasters, just the effects of time, you know? All of the memories are gone. What is down here? Yeah, look, there's like, now all of the pictures and stuff that were on the wall are just gone. This place is just stripped bare. Oh, there's still a review. Like so many, I enjoy my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Where the first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about the enjoyable bits of the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reprieve from... Cat dog born. Oh. I think I made them a little too friendly. I think I Full Metal Alchemist them. Stanley Parable developers. No more spin-offs. No more sequels. I don't want to read all that. Are these all the buttons?
Jim. Jim.
Man, if Jim was here, he'd be stoked at all these buttons. Oh my god. There's figurines everywhere! I'm collecting them. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. I got 20 more figurines than the required amount. I am killing it. Oh, well now this just looks like a regular office. What is in here? What is the point of this? Oh. It's just a computer, I guess. Oh, hi. It's nice to see you too. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise. What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we need to do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game, something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining random words together to make a new title for our game. The Stanley Parable 3, Legend of Baby. What else is there? Attack on Hole, Attack on 427. Unforgivable Baby. Legend of Baby. Legend of Chemicals. A game of chemicals. Dreams of sunshine. Attack on Hole. That's what she said. I think I like unforgivable baby. That just has really weird connotations to the sentence. The Stanley Parable 3, Unforgivable Baby. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end, and nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work, and no need to do that. It'll just be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. I don't think we should do it. I understand. Sometimes we're not ready to move on. That's fine. If you ever change your mind and want to start inventing new sequels, come talk to me. I'll be right here. Oh, I think I have to make new sequels to end the game. Okay, give me a second. Actually, no. No, this isn't right. I just told the guy that we should just let it end, just like I should let this series end. I made it to the end of the game. I made it to the damn epilogue. I collected all the figurines, went through as many endings as I could think of. What else is there for me to do? Just make endless sequels until the end of time? I'm not even gonna play them. There's no reason. You know what? I just have to let it end. And I just have to move on. So that is what I'm going to do. Whew! Well, damn. I guess so that's it for the Stanley Parable 2. I guess this game doesn't really have a true ending, doesn't it? Because there really is no end, it's just sequels until the end of time. So the only way I'm ever going to get an ending is if I just say, you know what? I'm done. And you know, for what it's worth, I thought this game had really fantastic writing. Honestly, the amount of things that the developers planned for you to do in this game, they prepared for like every possible contingency, where you're gonna go, if you're gonna turn around, if you're one specific ceiling tile for like 30 minutes. They planned for like everything. And it's crazy that they did that to me. Like the way that this game talks about like, you know, the whole psyche of the narrator and Stanley. And the way the game just talks about like the whole nature of like choices and the past. And I thought it was all really thoughtful. I did really enjoy this game. You know, I feel like I just kind of started it expecting it to just be like this whole whimsical thing, and it got pretty thoughtful at times. And it was a different game. I've never really played this kind of game before on the channel. Just like something that isn't story driven and all that, maybe something that's just more tame and just well written, where the entire thing is like a comedy. I don't even know what it is. I feel like I started this series with the question of what is the Stanley Parable, and the answer is that it's just the Stanley Parable. It is nothing more and nothing less. It's just this whimsical, weird-ass game. And I think that's the entire point of it. So yeah, I think this was a fun little mini-series. I enjoyed it. And I hope you did too. So thanks for watching, and that's gonna be it for the Stanley Parable. Or I guess I should say the Stanley Parable 2. Later!